We're all learning together. We're all growing together. We need to be patient with one another, even though we make mistakes along the way. We're all learning together. We're all growing together. We gotta get along with each other in spite of the differences we have. Sometimes we fight because we don't understand one another. Sometimes we need to see the light to learn to get along with one another. We're all working together, learning to get along with one another. We're all growing together, learning to be with one another.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You want to record a podcast?
Oh, sure.
The Adventures of David Liebehart broadcast.
Yeah, we're in Brooklyn, New York, and the Big Apple, and we stayed at a rough hotel where we're in a room like a fishbowl, and it was very uncomfortable for both of us. And even my fish, when they're in a room to get a small fish tank together, they fight each other. And I've had to give a lot of my big fish away and only keep one in the fish tank instead of 5 because they'll fight each other. And it's one of those things. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and I love the neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood with Jewish people, Hispanic people, African American people, and they're all living together and getting along together like everybody should. And I like mixed neighborhoods because it shows America learning to get along with one another. I have a cousin. We're just going to stop at a church. Is that a church? Oh, that's Well, we just had a ambulance go by, and they sing their song of getting people to the hospital real fast. This is a beautiful neighborhood in Brooklyn. It is nice. It's very clean. It reminds me of where I grew up, where I not only grew up, I grew up in an all-Jewish neighborhood in Park Forest, Illinois, and my best friend was Eric Siegel, and a suburban area. And then I grew up in another Jewish area in the Fairfax area where I took care of my cousin Phyllis McKinnon that was dying of cancer, and I did all the gardening and yard work. She owned 8 apartment buildings, and that's Fairfax area in Los Angeles, and it was a nice Jewish area. And I worked with, and this reminds me of this, this part of Brooklyn reminds me of it. It's very clean and very neat. It's just wonderful. Anyway, we're getting ready to go to Connecticut. I love New Yorkers. I love people from the back east. We had a full show, and it was great. We made a lot of people happy. I know some of them said some derogatory things, and I said derogatory things. And I want to let people know I love all people. I'm a Democrat, and I'm a liberal. I voted for Bernie Sanders in the past before he quit the election, and I love gays. I love Hispanics. I love Asians. I love all people. I love my own black people. I love Caucasian people, and sometimes when I joke about things, I'm not. We need to laugh with life instead of cry with life, and I say things not to be funny, not to hurt people, but to make them smile with life. And if I've said anything that was offensive or derogative that hurt anybody, I deeply, from the bottom of my heart, will apologize for that. And I will try to do comedy that doesn't offend anybody, because I love all people. I love my gay fans. I love my heterosexual fans. I love my bisexual fans. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I only mean the best for you all. So I'm gonna only say things on the stage and in a broadcast that are not offensive, even if they're comedy lines or things. I'll try to keep it in a positive tone. But it looks like it's going to rain here in New York. It's beautiful here in New York. I love this part of New York, Brooklyn, New York. This is it's clean, it's neat. The other place that we played at looked like a dump. Trash was all on the place. This graffiti was all on the place. But this part of Brooklyn is clean and neat and presentable. and that's the way we should keep our neighborhoods. We should our neighborhood is a reflection of our own thoughts. So we want to have our neighborhood be clean. We don't want to litter. We want to protect Mother Earth and the forest. My dead cousin that used to belong to Sierra Club would preserve forests and parks from trees and things being torn down. We should respect Mother Earth and nature, and we should put trash in the garbage, not all over the place. And because we have a beautiful planet we live on, and we need to respect it and keep it clean and keep it neat. So, with all being said, I'm so happy I was right by the L train, staying in a small hotel. I heard the L's roaring by. I love trains. I'm going to be going to Connecticut. I dated 2 women from New Haven, Connecticut. They've a beautiful girl named Barbara Fletcher, and that was a Methodist, and a beautiful ex-boss that married someone else, and I wish her the best, Gail Fetzer. We did bowling together, and had wonderful times together, and produced wonderful TV shows together. I wish her the best wherever she is. I'm happy for her marriage to her husband, and only send out love and happiness and peace and good health and success to Gail Fetzer and Barbara Fletcher wherever they are. So, and I'm grateful that they let me be a part of their life, even though we're not together anymore. They were good past girlfriends. They were from Connecticut. My favorite railroad runs through Connecticut, the New Haven Railroad. It's now Metro North, and Amtrak took over the passenger service, and CSX and Norfolk and Western took over the freight. But it was a wonderful railroad. I wrote a song about it. You can hear an album I produced with Adam Papagan, but I'm trying to get Jonah to do a new version of it. It's Trains of the Past and the Present that you can hear on Google Play and Spotify, and there's songs that I wrote about trains. I wish that I am grateful that Adam Papagan did the best of his understanding, but I truly wish that he would have split the money from all the years the music was on, the music that's on the internet. But anyway, I wish him the best, and wish anybody I've worked with in the past the best, and I have no hard feelings for any people I've had any challenges or bad relationships with. I just bless them, forgive them, and wish only success and happiness to them wherever they are. And I only wish the best for Adam Papagan, and I wish him the best and all that he undertakes to do. And if the misunderstandings we've had, I do forgive him and only send out love and forgiveness and happiness and good health for him and best wishes to him. So anyway, it's wow, they got a restaurant here, diner restaurant. Wow, the Oasis. I used to belong to a church that had that name, but it didn't work out, so I went back to Christian Science. But it was a good adventure to see how other people live and talk and believe. But I came back home to Christian Science. It's such a dreary day. I hope it doesn't rain. I hope we don't get a lot of rain. Wow. You need to mail something off at the post office? It's there. Right.
I'm gonna go later.
Okay. I enjoyed eating with Jonah. He found a Mediterranean restaurant, and the food was great there, and had a wonderful salad, and had a beacon meal for a change, and it was a wonderful salad that had vinegar on it. You know, vinegar. I need to learn to eat things that don't have any dairy products in it and a lot of sugar, because sugar is bad for you. And I need to eat things from freshly squeezed juice. by my dead cousin Linda McKinnon and Albert Grange. They would chop up fruit and kiwi, mint leaves, and water, and cantaloupe, and it was just and they put no sugar in it, and you had natural nectar from the fruit that I like to eat, and they squeezed lemon and lime in it, and it was great. And we do need to people that eat right and live a long life. The Corinthians live to be 400 years old and 500 years old, and they are vegetarians and vegan. And we can learn from people that live longer lives and look younger at 60 and 70 years old. And I would like to say this: the alcohol can tear up your liver, and we're all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. We're all learning together and working together. But I know there's people that don't. I don't mean to be a critical pickle that are vegetarians, but they drink a lot of beer and vodka, and that tears up your lungs, And my uncle Emerson is a wonderful guy. He was a waiter at the Palmer House, but he liked vodka and beer, and it messed up his liver that it killed him, and he died. And he was just a wonderful guy. He was my mother's brother, and he died at a young age. He died because he loved vodka and beer and wine, and it just tore up his liver. You got to watch what you eat if you want to live a long life. So it's great to be in New York, the Big Apple. I'm glad I got a piece of the apple by performing in New York, and I performed in New York 5 years with Tim and Eric. I performed in New York with 6 years with my punk band, and 4 years, and I'm grateful to God that I was able to make people happy in Brooklyn, New York, all over New York. I played at some of the best places with Tim and Eric on Times Square. I played with Tim and Eric there, and then I played with Jonah. Where did we play last night?
Sunnyvale.
I played at Sunnyvale. They have a Sunnyvale, California, Northern California. And I have another ex-girlfriend that married a Mr. Smith that lives in Sunnyvale, California. I wish her and her husband the very best. She's now a Christian Science practitioner and teacher, and I'm glad she found someone better than me that she's happy with. So when you've had past relationships with women or guys, if you're gay and it doesn't work out anymore, you just need to send love and forgiveness and happiness for that other person. And even if happy for that person wants to be is with someone else, you can't be jealous. You just got to bless them and release them and wish them the best, whatever they do and wherever they go. And I'm grateful for all the past experiences, because the past makes the present. And the past relationships I've had with people were not always sunny. They were stormy, and I've learned to grow by being more considerate of people and them being considerate of me, and again finding better ways to get along with people that I don't understand and that think differently than I do. So I guess I don't have anything else to say, but I want to thank you for watching the broadcast, and we're trying to find a bank so I can put my money in. I had a fan. I want to thank the fans who drove me yesterday to church. I was in Fleming, New Jersey, and they drove me way to Dover, Pennsylvania, to go to church, which was really nice of them. And I do want to thank that couple that reached out to me, and they I saw something really strange. When Jonah was at Starbucks getting coffee, I saw something. I walked into Applebee's to use the bathroom, and I saw someone on a video, the same person I saw sitting people down at Applebee's, was on a no-no video. He did things to women that on that video that I never dreamed of doing with my ex-wife or past girlfriends I had. I mean, he really lovey-doveyed him up, and I said, you're that guy on the video that has your hair sticking out. He says, I am him. I says, well, that video taught me to be a better lover when I get a girlfriend again, and I just want to thank you for that video. I says, but anyway, and then I said, he asked me, did I want to eat at Applebee's? I said I didn't have any money, so he gave me some French fries that I finished up last night with ketchup. And if I ever get a wife or a girlfriend again, wow, I'll know how to make love to her better. But anyway, I'm just it's kind of cold. Look at that beautiful lake, and it's starting to rain again. Oh my God! Oh wow! I got to get out my umbrella, and I accidentally left some of my cleaning stuff behind at another hotel. I think it was the Marriott. So I do need Jonah to give me the phone number to call the Marriott again. See if my cleaning stuff are still there. Okay, when it's cool enough, if you could turn it down, because it's rainy and it's cold, Jonah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's about all she wrote. Thank you for watching, David Liebehart, and all the best. Thank you. Bye.